Hey there YouTube, WhiskeyCactus here, welcoming you back to our Let's Play of his Chuunibyou Can't Be Cured. This is episode number 10, and let me go ahead and load up the game. And last time, we got even closer.
Who turned off the lights?
And last time, we got even closer to Yui, and found out some very interesting information about her. Some very, there was some emotion and some feels there. And now, the lights are out, and I'm here with Yui, and we're gonna see how things progress from here. So, oh dear, let's go. I look up from my work desk, surprised at the sudden darkness that engulfed us all of a sudden. Us all of a sudden. Not us all. Comma. All of a sudden. The rest of the team had already left earlier. Aha, so it is just me and Yui. But Yui said she wanted to stay behind in order to catch up to her music. Catch up on her music? I said I still had a lot of stuff to organize, but the truth is I just wanted to stay behind with her. Oh, here we go. We're getting somewhere, man. We are getting somewhere. I don't know why either, but I just do. Oh, I know why. I know why. I always feel different when Yui's around. Happier, maybe. It's fucking precious. When I'm with her, it's as if time doesn't even pass. Like time doesn't exist at all. In fact, we didn't even realize it, but it's already nighttime. I bet it's the guards. They probably already shut off the lights in the whole building since it's way past closing time. Yui pouts in disappointment.
Man, I wish they'd let it stay on for longer. It's so creepy in the dark.
Oh, if you're afraid, well, you can just, you can come a little closer. Nah? I move a little closer to her, putting one arm around her shoulders. Still creepy. Yes, that was a little creepy. That was a little creepy. It was a little creepy. Let's not do that again.
Not so much, I guess.
She smiles up at me and I smile back. Come on, let's go home.
I've got a better idea than home.
She's got a better idea than home, guys. I'm very interested in what this better idea is. Care to share with the class?
But let me go to the restroom for a minute.
Gonna powder your nose? Huh?
Wait for me in the hallway.
Before I can say anything else, she's already grabbing her bag and running off into the hallway. This music is smooth as fuck. In a few minutes, she comes back outside, dressed in her casual clothes. Why?
I don't really feel comfy going there at night in my school uniform.
Going where? Where are we going, anyway?
You'll see.
Oh shit, man. Oh shit, man. She holds my hand and pulls me out the door, taking us to who knows where. I'm not gonna lie, though. I don't care where she takes me as long as I'm with her. Oh, this is so precious. We finally arrive at the park, Yui laughing as she watches my surprised reaction.
What? Didn't expect I'll take you here?
I mean, this is literally the only other location we ever go to, so yeah. I think it's the opposite.
Huh?
I expected it so much that I'm actually surprised my expectation was correct. That's what I said. Yui chuckles, running to the edge of the water and sitting down without a care in the world. We gonna play Splashy Splashy? Splashy Splashy, Splashy Splashy. I can't help but laugh as I walk over to her. Can I ask a question?
Sure. Nothing too scandalous, okay?
Well, never mind then. Hey! She grins at me.
Hi, kid. I know you're not like that. Anyway, what's the question?
Why do you go to this place so much?
I love this place.
Fair enough.
When I was younger, my dad used to take me here all the time.
Oh, that's gonna put me in the mood.
And then he'd say, Yui, when you grow up, you should take all your children here too.
Oh, that's pressure I didn't need. All your children? Really?
Yeah.
Is it weird that I can't imagine you with kids of your own? Yes! Yes, it's very weird, because she's got the 5 brothers that she's taking care of like an experienced professional. So, I think she's got that covered, dude. She wrinkles her nose.
Of course, I probably won't have children until I'm 30 or so, but
Good call.
I do want to be a mom, you know? Believe it or not, I love taking care of my brothers. I guess having kids ain't gonna be so different.
Nah, probably not. Not by much. I smile, nodding my head. Maybe your dad foresaw that you're gonna make an awesome mom.
You think so?
Yeah. I know so, because I see it with the way you treat your brothers. You're gonna be one hell of a mom someday, Yui. She blushes, looking down.
Now you're making me embarrassed with your bluff.
It's not a bluff.
Then how do you know? Do you have another set of hidden powers that makes you see that?
Totally. It's my Chuunibyou powers. You don't need powers to see something like that smooth. That was good. That was good. Props to June. That was good. Well played. You just have to feel it. Making it cornier. Should have just left it at that line, man. I smile at her and she smiles back. For a few moments, we just look at each other, enjoying the silence of the world around us. All of a sudden, tiny bulbs of light start appearing out of nowhere, lighting up the place like magic. Fireflies! Yahoo! I sit back, amazed. What's happening? Yui giggles, removing her shoes. To my surprise, she places her feet in the water, smiling at me as she does so.
Fireflies.
Yo, nice picture. I gotta say, the art in this game is really, really nice. It's one of my absolute favorite things about it. Fireflies? Wow.
This is another reason why I love this place, Jen. Not a lot of people visit this area at night, so it's still relatively undisturbed. The fireflies, they can still take solace in this place. Away from all the problems of the world.
You talking about the fireflies, or you talking about yourself? She looks at me, her face lighted up. Lighted up. By the light of 100 fireflies.
My dad always used to say, trust the lights, Yui. They'll show you the way.
Yui smiles.
Looks like it's true, Jin.
I'm the way. Oh, we're back at the school? Oh, okay. After our magical time at the park. Hey, man. We start walking toward the bus stop near the school, where Yui will be taking the bus home.
You sure this is fine?
I mean, I could just walk you home. Don't we live really close to each other? Yeah, I already told our driver to pick me up here in roughly 20 minutes. Yui gives me a curious smile.
Why 20 minutes?
I grin at her sheepishly as I play with the hair falling down to my forehead. Because I expect that you'll be able to ride the bus in 15.
Smart.
I chuckle quietly at her response. By the way, Yui,
Yeah.
can I ask you one little favor?
Hmm.
She pauses, looking straight into my eyes.
Anything?
Ooh, anything, she says. I struggle to get the words out of my mouth. This is really embarrassing.
We'll know once you tell me. So what is it?
You know that song that you sang to Fumio at the park? Yui nods, still looking clueless.
Yeah, what about it?
Mind singing it for me right now? Yui blinks at me, looking surprised. And then she laughs, her face flush all of a sudden.
You want me to sing my special lullaby? What, right here? Right now?
I mean, we have 20 minutes. My ears are burning hot beside my face right now, but there's no more going back. The only way to get through this is if I go full speed ahead. Yeah. That lullaby.
But why in the world?
Because I like it. I like it, and I like... I like hearing it. Oh, June. 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 Oh, man. Missed your chance. My cheeks feel positively burning now, as though I'm pushing my whole face in front of a hot furnace. Go for it, dude.
Okay then. That's good enough for me.
Are we actually gonna get to hear it this time? That'd be interesting. Smiling, she closes her eyes. She starts singing her special lullaby. Nah, probably not. Her voice sounds hauntingly beautiful, even more than the usual, as it starts to overpower the silence of the night. Each word that comes out of her mouth feels like it came straight out from an angel's lips. Damn. Damn. Alright. The bus finally arrives. Oh, is she gonna miss the bus?
Thanks,
No.
Jen.
No. I mean, you could offer to walk her home instead. That would be totally not weird at all. That would be, like, you know. For what?
For listening.
With a smile and a wave, she gets on the bus, which soon disappears into the corner. But her voice, her beautiful voice, doesn't leave my head. Not even after my driver arrives to pick me up. Not even after I finally arrive home and get into my warm bed. Not even after I take a nice long soapy shower. Not even as I lie down on my bed, thinking back to the recent events in my life. And I hope it's not just the voice that stays. Oh, that's so cute. The next day, I get to school bright and early, strangely excited for the day. She's not there. I don't know. This time I come alone, since Sumiki and Shiro both didn't want to come with me, saying it was much too early. It's not like I have a choice. After all, if I'm going to be walking to school, I have to start early enough for me not to be late. I should definitely start learning how to teleport. Shouldn't we all? Seems like that would be a lot easier than walking. Surely that's nothing my powers wouldn't be able to fix. I snap my fingers, suddenly thinking of a way to do my training for teleportation. If I close my eyes, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to learn this. Closing my eyes, I pick a direction and start walking. Okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I seem to be nearing a crowd of people, all of them talking loudly. However, as I pass them by, their voices go down in a whisper. I wonder why. What's this weird guy closing his eyes and walking and talking to himself? It's okay, I don't care about those people. Hey, watch where you're going, Pipsqueak. Oh. Oh, okay. Why don't you watch your mouth, Dumbo? Surprised, I open my eyes. Yo! Oh, wouldn't be a CG without a little panty shot. God damn, because visual novels, am I right? Only to see Yui sitting down in a heap on the hard ground. What up, Yui? Yui, what are you doing here? She glares at somebody behind me. I look behind me to see the crowd of people who I'd passed by just a few moments earlier. Don't look at me that way. It's what you get for trying to hit someone bigger than you are. Oh, shit. Somebody hit her? Yeah, she thinks she can beat us. Can she? She probably can. I get the sense that she's a fucking scrapper. Yui snarls, attempting to get back up again. I mean, we already saw her punch Kagura in the face. Even though I'm not entirely sure what happened, I put myself between her and the other people. Hey, stop that! Can't you see she's already hurt? Yeah, it's the delusional freak. Now, fuck off. Hey, delusional freak, don't you dare speak to us that way. Wish they'd get what they deserve. What, can't speak now, or are you trying to use your powers of telekissing? Think you can read my mind, freak? They all start laughing, their laughter sounding cruel and heartless. Suddenly, a sharp voice breaks into their laughter.
It's called telekinesis, dumbass.
I mean, if you're gonna call them a dumbass, at least spell it right. Sorry. What did you say, you stupid? Hey, watch it. Before he can continue what he's saying, another voice interrupts. Mr. Kawashima, alright, I don't know if I've done the voice for this guy yet or not, but... Hey, what's going on in there? Shino, are you creating a ruckus again? Would you like me to call your parents this time? Let's go. Where are you going? The group starts running away, as the junior mathematics teacher starts running after them. Yui calls out at the errant group.
If you ever speak about Jun that way again, you're not gonna get away from me anymore.
Yui's a fucking scrapper. I believe that she could kick all of their asses. 100%. Huh.
Ow, ow, ow!
I look back at her, still sprawled on the floor. The realization dawns on me in an instant. I can see her panties. You're defending me. Yeah, you dumbass. What the fuck? Did he really not notice that?
They were stupid asses anyway.
Yui. Thank you. For everything.
Come now, don't be so cheesy. I only did what's right, stupid.
Baka. And for that, I thank you.
You might want to help me up first before we get all mushy.
Or we could get all mushy right here. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Sheesh, Jen. But thank you, too.
For what exactly?
For everything.
Oh, got it. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done, Yui. Tips, hat, to you. Finally, the weekend rolls around. Oh, what are we going to be doing this weekend? I can't even imagine.
Junie!
Oh, dear. Oh, hello, sister, who's totally not related to me, which makes it totally fine for me to bang you. I turn over in my bed. Oh, dear. Squinting as the sunlight reaches my eyes. What is it? You in that hoodie. My door opens as she walks in, still in her onesie pajamas. Or whatever. And a happy smile on her face.
Do you have anything to do today?
Totally.
I was wondering if you'd like to take me out shopping.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a scene with Shira just to, like, get a sense of who this character is, because we haven't seen her really at all in this entire playthrough. Which was totally on me, because I chose the Yui route. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know if we have to, like... I groan deep inside. Every time I accompany Shira to do shopping, I always end up as her personal assistant. Not that I mind that much, but what I really hate the most about it is that she takes so much time to shop for whatever things she wants at the moment. You mean like everybody who does any kind of shopping? She usually just buys whatever she can get her hands on anyway. But it's always takes so painfully slow. Now that my free time is usually only devoted to relaxation, I simply can't afford to waste it on a fickle girl's shopping spree session. Well, I got news for you, June.
What do you say to that?
Can't today, sorry. As expected, she pouts at me, looking disappointed.
Aw, why not?
'Cause I got a date with a pink-haired, firecracker. Well, I decide to think things thoroughly. If I tell her about the game, she'll probably tell me to take a break sometimes. If I tell her it's about schoolwork, she won't buy it at all. So instead, I decide to tell her something else, something that I know will work more than 70% of the time. I'm going to go visit Yui today. Shira's eyes immediately widen.
Yui?
Uh-huh.
Is there anything going on between you and Yui, June?
Technically not yet, but maybe. Gotcha. No, not really. A teasing smile appears on her face.
That's what they always say.
It is what they always say, isn't it?
And then, before you know it, you'll be announcing your wedding, and I'll be one of the bridesmaids.
That's not really up to me or you, quite honestly. My face immediately heats up at the thought. That's not what I meant at all.
It's okay, June. I understand. It may not be obvious, but you're a person too. I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a superhuman person, but, you know, you can just call me a person if that's what you want. What did you just... Before I can say anything else, she giggles and bounces out the door. I just sigh as I lie back on my bed. Hey, at least I got her off of me. Well, I guess we're committed now to going to Yui's place. Oh dear, yes, I forgot Sumiki also lives here for reasons. After taking a bath and dressing up to go outside, I head downstairs, only to see Sumiki dusting the couch. They don't even need to be dusted. Yes, they do! I'm sorry, what? You absolutely need to dust your couch. I walk towards her, but she stops me with one wag of the finger, gesturing towards the couches. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit down if you're worried about that. Just here to tell you that... Yes, you will be going to Yui's house today. I look at her curiously. How did you... The image of a certain brunette suddenly appears in my mind's eye. Don't tell me. Yes, she looks pretty excited, frankly. And she was telling something about you being... human. She rolls her eyes, chuckling slightly. Can't help but laugh at the mental image of Shiro saying that. Have you told Yui you were coming over? No, I haven't. Yes, you should, June. Jesus. Just, like, give her a quick text. It's like, hey, you home? You up? What up? Wanna hang? Well, how would you want it if somebody just came over to your house in surprise? I don't know if you want me to answer it the way you actually said it. I love surprise. And you happen to not be home. Oh, that would suck. Smeeky sighs, nodding her head. Yes. So you better send her a message first before heading over to her place. She suddenly gestures towards the couches, waving a hand at me as though to make me come closer. I'm done cleaning, so you can sit down now if you wish. Just make sure not to dirty anything up, okay? Yeah, I will. I better go to the kitchen now. Today's my day off from the coffee shop, but work never really stops. Take it easy. She waves at me, walking toward the kitchen. I take out my phone, whipping up a quick message for my musician friend. Hey, Yui, mind if I come over? I receive a reply message less than a minute later. That's always a good sign.
Doing something imp right now. Meet at cafe.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't make any assumptions. Shrugging to myself, I head toward the cafe, feeling suddenly happy that Smeeky's on a day off today. Oh yeah, that would be awkward. His music is fantastic. As always, the cafe is bursting with different patrons, all sorts of people from all walks of life. The moment I enter the establishment, a cheerful-looking girl with brown hair and eyes greets me. She looks familiar. Then again, it's already my second visit to this coffee shop, so perhaps she was also the girl at the counter when I had gone here the first time. Welcome! Hey. Oh, hey! It's you, isn't it? Looking for Smeeky again? Actually... She's on her day off, sadly. Yeah, I know, I live with her. Start a rumor. Man, if you don't know something as basic as that, I'm guessing you haven't gone very far yet with her, have you? We're living together, bitch. So, back the fuck off. You know, I can give you a good tip if you really want to get it on with a girl, so to speak.
John?
Yeah, what's that tip? Was that about a tip? I thought you were about to say something about a tip. About how to get it on with a girl. The girl and I both look back to the source of the voice, only to see Yui standing there with a curious look on her face. The girl turns to me with a bewildered look in her eyes. Yeah, you didn't think a Chuunibyou could land a girlfriend, did you, bitch? My, you sure have a lot of girls, don't you? None yo business. My face immediately turns bright red as Yui looks at the girl as though she had just sprouted an extra head. No, it's nothing like that. Don't worry, I won't tell Smeeky. I know that's probably just a phase anyway, you'll get over it. Yui clears her throat, pulling me by my shirt sleeve.
Excuse me?
The girl just gives me a wink as my female companion gives her a death glare. We head back toward her table, where I immediately see her laptop and headphones, besides scattered pieces of paper. You just left your things here?
Children. I just had to go to the restroom very quickly.
Glad to hear it, Yui, thank you. I'm glad we could be that open and honest with each other.
Pretty sure nothing's wrong with that.
No, not really. Just remember to lock your computer. But these could get stolen, you know.
I think people here are pretty trustworthy.
Yeah, well... We both glance around us, me with a suspicious look on her face, and her with an innocent smile. Okay?
Don't worry, I'm actually taking good care of these gifts your parents gave, you know?
Oh dear. Plot twist.
It's just not obvious, but yeah.
I sigh. I'm not just reminding you because it's my parents who gave them, it's just that...
Yeah, I know.
Her eyes suddenly narrow at me.
What's more important here, I think, is whatever that girl was talking about.
Yeah, well...
Mind telling me what's up?
I mean, I guess I could. Oh. Well, the last time I went here, I'd been looking for Smeeky. I guess she just got the funny idea in her head that we were going out or something.
Are you not?
No. I give her an incredulous look. No? Besides, the reason why I was looking for her was because I was going to ask her about your address.
It was her who gave it to you then.
Yeah, 'twas. Yeah.
Glad we got that all cleared up. Now's time for work then.
Awesome. No fake drama. Let's do this. She pulls her laptop closer to her, opening it up in a flash. Is that all music stuff?
Yep, got that right.
I crane my neck to see what she's working on. Well, I see her multiple windows open with lines in them. How can you work on music stuff in a cafe? Isn't that way too noisy here or something? Yui frowns in disagreement.
Nah, not really, I guess. I'm just editing for final touches after all. So there's not much more to do anymore. But yeah, I kind of have to rush through these because I really gotta finish it today.
Does that mean it's not for the game? Yui pauses, looking a little bit hesitant. Finally, she nods her head.
I already told you, didn't I? I haven't been doing much of our games. At least not in my free time.
She adds slowly, eyeing me carefully.
Even with Mom's third job, she can't cover all the expenses. So I'm really doing all I can to, help.
She gives me a silly smile.
But I promise, once I'm done brushing through all the paid gigs, I'll start doing our game music again. And I'll do my best in it too. Deal?
Yui offers me a hopeful smile.
John. What are you thinking of again?
Nothing, I'm sorry, but...
What?
The irritation is starting to creep up in her voice, but I can tell that she's trying her best to control it. No, just... go on, just work. She shrugs.
If you say so.
She starts working on the music on her laptop. Every now and then she glances at me, but I'm too deep in my thoughts to call her out on it. Can't imagine how even 3 jobs can't be enough to cover household expenses. Bro, you better fucking watch yourself. It's really quite strange. Maybe there's something wrong with the budgeting or something. Dude, back off. Because I think that's almost impossible, you know? To still lack money even though you're already working your hardest. Bro. Hey. June. Cut that shit. The world can't possibly be that unfair, can it? Bro. There we go. Alright. You fucking lay it down. Lay it down, Yui. Yui suddenly slams her laptop shut, looking into my eyes directly.
I'm done.
Really? That was quick.
Yeah, I'm done.
She starts gathering all her things, the laptop, the headphones, the papers, which turn out to be examples of composition pieces. I just stare at her silently, wondering what's wrong with her all of a sudden. Dude. As she picks up her coffee, it suddenly spills all over the table, thankfully missing most of her things.
Oh!
I hurriedly run to the counter, getting some paper towels to soak the coffee up with. Yui just stands there, staring at the mess on her table. It's okay, I got this.
Don't help me.
What? I didn't...
Don't help me! I don't need your help!
She suddenly bursts out on me, making some of the other patrons look at us in surprise.
I'm sorry.
Without warning, she runs out the door, ignoring all the eyes pinned on her. I sigh, shrugging my shoulders. Sorry, everyone. A few older patrons send death glares along my way, but I deflect all of them. As I exit the door defeated, the girl at the counter makes a sound at me. Man, I wish you the best of luck in your love life. Fuck you, bitch. You're gonna need it so bad. I smile at her dryly. Thanks. To my surprise, when I get out of the coffee shop, I see Yui standing on the sidewalk, breathing hard as she struggles to compose herself. Her eyes seem pretty wet. Perhaps I correctly assumed that she was already in near tears when she ran away, when she ran from the coffee shop. Sighing, I approach her with an apologetic smile on my face. Yeah, that's not enough to cut it, bro. Hey. I'm sorry for whatever happened back there.
Stop saying sorry for reasons you don't even know.
Got him.
That's
Yep. I take a deep breath, trying to ignore the sting brought about by her snappy voice. Still, I'm really sorry for making you angry.
I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. Look at you. You're so angry at me you won't even look at me. With a sigh, she turns to me, her eyes shooting invisible daggers along the way. That doesn't prove anything.
It proves that I'm not angry. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated that you can't even understand my situation at the moment.
Make me understand, then. It's not her job to make you understand, you asshole. Come on. Same hopeless look from earlier suddenly returns to her eyes.
You really want to know what's my problem with you? It's that you can't understand what it means to be in my situation.
Mm-hmm. Maybe my personal driver can explain it to me.
No, I'm not asking that you understand me completely. But I hope you'd at least...
I do try to understand.
And yet you still don't. You don't understand what it's like to be poor, Jun. You spent your whole life as a rich kid who can get whatever you want.
Got him. She suddenly points to her bag, which houses her headphones and laptop.
Heck, who can get whoever you want, whatever they want. That's the kind of life you've lived your whole life, haven't you?
A little bit. It's not my fault, Yui. It wasn't my choice.
Yeah, but understanding other people who aren't like you, that's your choice, isn't it?
Let's all take a moment. Let's all take a moment to applaud Yui for being the best fucking character I've ever seen.
And still, you don't make it your choice.
There you go. Yui, I do understand you. Maybe not fully, but...
No, you don't.
She starts laughing, or maybe crying. Oh, sorry. It's hard to tell, not when it looks like she's doing both at the same time.
My dad, he died when I was very young, Jun. Back then, my mom didn't even have a job. We were living purely on my dad's income. When he died, Mom was forced to have a job. A year later, she met another man who became my brother's father. 6 years later, we were left alone, again! But this time, with 4 more children, one who wasn't even out of the womb yet. Do you understand what that feels like? Can you even fathom what it was like? Living life knowing that you might not even have enough to eat the next day? It was hard, Jud. It was hard. But we survived. Even if we barely got by, we survived. Can you understand that now?
I just stare at her, my words suddenly stuck in my throat. I'm not gonna lie and tell her that I understand, because I don't. It's hard for me to grasp the concept of having nothing when I've been provided with everything my whole life. How can you imagine barely getting by when you're used to having more than enough at your table every single day? It's hard. I can't pretend to understand what I don't, because Yui will see right through me. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try. That doesn't mean that I'm going to let her believe that I'm not willing to understand her either. Yui, I don't know if this is gonna help in the slightest, but I promise you I'll do my best to understand. If I still don't, then please be patient with me. I want to understand you, to know you completely, and I'm willing to go through whatever it takes for that to happen. But you have to put your trust in me, okay? You have to trust me, because that's the only way this could ever work. Yui just stares at me, not saying anything. I keep my fingers crossed behind me, hoping that she'll at least forgive me and tell me that we'll give it a try, but to no avail.
I gotta get home.
Turning away from me, she starts walking down the street toward the direction of her house. I stare at her, thinking hard. Hey, Yui. She doesn't turn around, but rather continues walking away from me. Yui, come on. I'm really sorry, alright? I know I was being insensitive at the cafe earlier. I'm really sorry about that, and I hope you'll give me another... Without warning, she suddenly smacks me right on my cheek with her fist. I stare at her, wide-eyed with shock, as I touch my now burning cheek with my hand. Did you just...
I forgive ya. But if you don't stop nagging me, I ain't gonna hold back next time.
To my surprise, I find myself laughing. Laughing at how silly she looked when she said that, and laughing at how absurd the situation is. I don't know how absurd the situation really is, though. Laughing at the fact that I just got punched by a small girl like her, that's not making it better. Don't worry, I I don't want to get hit again by a power punch like that. Yui smirks at me.
My dad taught me that one.
As we continue walking down the street, Yui also continues talking about her father.
He always told me, if anyone ever crossed me, that I should never hesitate to fight back. Mom didn't like that because she said that that kind of thing is going to leave bad consequences that I'd have to face, but Dad would just grin and say that as long as I'm his little girl, I can leave all the consequences for him.
She smiles sadly, looking up at the skies again.
See? I told you Dad's a hero. He's my very own.
I smile at her back, nodding my head. Sounds like a really good hero. Does he have powers like me too? Yui turns to me, a curious look on her face. For a few moments she doesn't say anything, looking like she's studying me. Start to feel a little conscious. Self-conscious? Wondering if I've got dirt on my cheek or something. But she smiles a little bit, shaking her head. Without saying anything, she starts walking again. Real heroes don't need powers, June. Curious, I follow her till we finally arrive at her house. Oops. The moment we arrive, she turns to me again to speak.
No, not like that. He didn't have powers like you do.
Then,
Dad, he fought fires. Not with his bare hands, unlike you, I guess. He fought them with a hose, and he saved a lot of people's lives. Yeah, he definitely saved a whole lot of them. Before even saving himself.
once again, that sad smile that I've become so used to these last few days appears on her face. I stop walking, turning to face her completely. Yui,
Yeah?
listen. I know you miss your dad.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. I know you miss him. But you know, he never really left. Even though he's no longer here on Earth, he'll always be there in your heart. So smile, okay? I may have never known your dad, but I don't think I need to know him, personally, to know that he would never want his little girl to be sad. Yui just looks up at me, her eyes welling with tears. Then suddenly she stands up on tiptoe, placing a soft, warm kiss on my cheek. Wow! That's how I wanted to get it. Okay, well. As soon as she goes back down, my hand flies to my cheek. Earlier, she had placed a tiny angry fist. I don't know where tiny came from. Earlier, she had placed her angry fist there. Now, her lips. If there isn't anyone more confusing than Yui Kitamura, then I don't know anymore. I think I can fly home now. Yui lets out a good-natured laugh.
Be careful not to hit any birds along the way.
Ah, got him. Well, that was very, very interesting. We can keep going a little bit. We got some time left. Another day, another chance to procrastinate. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll procrastinate later. Maybe I should just try practicing my power today. To be honest, I don't remember the last time I was actually able to do some training for my power. These days I've been so preoccupied with game development that I think the only time that I get to use my power is when I've got absolutely no plan to use it. That's practically the only time these days. I look around me, thinking of something I can practice on. On the bookshelf on top of my flat-screen TV, I catch a glimpse of one book that's out of place. Without saying anything, I stare at it, urging it to move. Who among us hasn't done this at one point in our lives? Excuse me. Despite the relatively chilly weather, I feel beads of sweat flowing down my temples as I concentrate hard to get the book back into its original position. Come on! Move! Just as I feel the energy bursting through me, the door suddenly opens, rather forcefully. I don't remember the voice I gave you. Young master! Saya? The young woman stares at me, her expression a mixture of fear and excitement. Saya, what's the problem? Is there anything wrong? She shakes her head, trying and failing to smile at me. Seriously, Saya, you know better than to lie in front of me, right? Bro, back off a bit. But I'm not lying, young master. There really is no problem. Then what are you gonna tell me? Your parents, they have a visitor. No? I think he knows you. Who is it? I'm sorry, I don't know. Wait, before I can say anything else, Saya already walks away from the door, presumably heading towards the other rooms that need to be cleaned. Well, she already piqued my curiosity. Might as well check out what the deal is with the visitor. I walk out of my room intending to just get a glimpse of this visitor. As I get close to the living room, however, I can't help but skid to a halt. Oh, is it Issa Kabir or something? Is that what his name is? Up until this time, I could only hear my parents' muffled voices speaking to somebody who barely made a sound. But right as I get closer and closer, I suddenly hear the other person speak. My heart skips a beat the moment I hear that familiar voice. It's as though fate itself wanted this to happen. Nailed it! I don't remember the voice I gave you. Ah, yes, of course. The company has big plans regarding future expansions. Really? That sounds like a nice goal. How do you plan to achieve it?
Oh, honey, don't ask those questions. Issa may not be too comfortable.
Not comfortable? Whoa! My dearest Ayane, we've known each other far too long for me not to be comfortable with Tsubasa's tongue here. As a matter of fact, that's what most people love about Tsubasa. Certainly knows the right thing to say and the right time to say it. As the three of them laugh together, I realize that they probably have known each other for the longest time. They seem to share a relationship that only people who've known each other for a long time have.
So, Issa, I heard you're...
Gotta get this accent back. Man, alright, let me try again.
So, Issa, I heard that you're headlining a sponsorship project right now.
Ah, yes. It's not just any sponsorship, though. I bet Hailstorm is also using the auditions to find people who are skilled and trustworthy enough to be part of the company, huh? Mr. Kabir chuckles. Alright, you got me, Tsubasa. Indeed, we are doing this in order to help young developers get funded for the upcoming international games, but this endeavor is not entirely selfless. But of course, everything is a business transaction, Issa. Always remember that. I never did forget. Not even the things I should have forgotten a long time ago. His voice takes on a sad tone, making me instantly curious about the event that he's referencing. What in the world could they be talking about? Excuse me. The past is in the past, Kabir. How's your son? He's fine, doing well. Yours? Little chump is doing good. Little, your boy's no longer little, isn't he? This time I hear my mother laughing quietly.
Oh, he's in his senior year of high school, but he still plays around a lot. As a matter of fact, he has this little game that he's working on.
Little game? Ayane, that little game might be the next masterpiece in the gaming community for all we know. Listen to Issa here, honey. He's the real deal.
Well, I just don't like it that Jun has to keep to himself in order to work on that little project of his.
It's not like we're forcing him or anything. He likes doing that sort of thing.
Yes, I know. As his mother, his happiness is my first priority. Sometimes I feel like we're doing him an injustice by not telling him the truth of what happened more than a decade ago.
Fuck! What up? A decade ago? What happened more than a decade ago? My heart skips a beat as I realize what they're talking about. My accident, which until now I still don't fully remember. Oh dear, plot twist, what's happening? He still doesn't know anything, huh? We believe it's best to keep it that way.
I suppose it's for the best, but I don't want to keep lying to our son.
It's not a lie, honey. We're just protecting him from the pain of knowing the truth. He'll find out eventually. When will you tell him? When the time comes. For now, Jun can't know. My mother sighs, and I hear her voice breaking.
I'm very sorry, Issa. I know that what happened to Yuya was hard for you, too. And we are very grateful, Issa. You don't know just how grateful we are. But as a parent yourself, I'm sure you understand.
From my hiding place, I can easily see Mr. Kabir's torn expression on his face. Nevertheless, he sighs, nodding his head. Of course. I don't want to needlessly hurt the boy. He will get hurt if he finds out the truth. After the accident, he believes he's got powers. Who are we to stomp on a kid's dreams?
Tsubasa.
We're not like those people who judge him for it. Jun is our son, and despite everything, I think I'd rather have people laugh at him behind his back for being different than for him to hate himself when he finds out what really happened. That seems problematic, because that kind of hate, Ayane, self-hate, I think it's the hardest kind of hate to deal with in the world. But of course, the enemy who's the hardest to deal with is always yourself. That's why I just stare at them, not saying anything. My mind is in a whirl. I don't know what to think anymore. Suddenly, Mr. Kabir shifts his gaze toward my direction. In a split second, our eyes meet, and he immediately stands up from his chair in surprise. My parents turn around, their pale, shocked faces reflecting my own.
June, darling.
June, what did you hear? Despite all the self-control that I was exercising earlier, I feel my chest start to tighten as 3 pairs of eyes await my next move. I heard enough. My mother gasps, her hand flying to her mouth in an instant. Ignoring her reaction, I turn to our visitor. It's nice to see you here, Mr. Kabir. June, I'm sorry that you had to be caught up in this mess. June, I've been caught up in this situation since the very start. I wish you told me that. June, enough.
Oh, honey.
She buries her face in her hands, sobbing hard. My father puts one arm around her as he sighs. With his sigh, I can hear all the frustration, all the burden that's been carrying all these years. Issa, I'm very sorry, but may I ask you to... He sighs once more. I think we need to speak alone with June. Mr. Kabir gives my father a tight smile, tilting his head slightly to indicate his yes. By all means, Tsubasa. I shall take my leave now. We will talk again very soon. Of course. He shakes my father's hand before turning back to me. June, all I ask is for you to keep an open mind. Nothing more, nothing less. Without another word, he walks out of the living room, leaving me alone with my parents. For a few seconds, none of us say anything to each other. I don't even know what to feel, let alone what to say. Thankfully, my father breaks the silence. We're sorry for not telling you sooner.
Darling, we did it for you.
I know, I heard you. You don't remember what happened all those years ago, do you? What did happen? I was in an accident, that much I know. Before my father can continue, my mother suddenly stops him.
Tsubasa, you don't have to tell him. June, you heard enough. That's enough, isn't it?
She looks at me with tearful eyes, and I feel my heart breaking. I want to smile and tell her that it's okay, that I'm fine, but I can't because I'm not. I want to know. Alright, well guys, I think this is a nice little cliffhanger to go ahead and end off today's episode on. And yeah, we're pushing the limit for the episode length for this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Make sure that you're subscribed for more of his Chuunibyou Can't Be Cured. Next time, I think we're going to find out a very interesting secret that my parents have been keeping from me. And maybe we'll get to talk to Yui a little bit more. Seems like we're cool with her now, I guess. And maybe we'll stop being a privileged douche long enough to understand, you know, what she's actually going through. But we'll go ahead and end off the episode. So I hope you're excited for next time. I know my interest has been piqued with this new development. Maybe the powers will start to actually have some kind of real relevant factor in the story. But I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.